would say I have experienced probably more altered states than like your average person. I'd be willing to wager. Like I have explored different felt presences of experiences, and many of them are natural, such as losing a friend, or getting married, or like buying a home. Those are all like a felt presence of experience. Like it's like when you feel that as you're going through that process, it's like exciting. It's a new thing. It's all the possibilities, And so it's not just like psychotropic effects. It's not like just like coffee and alcohol and drugs or whatever. It's more than just those things. It's life events, like, and how those feel to us, And even within, excuse me, I'm still recovering. But even within these felt presences, we find something that works for us, and we'll ride that train for a while. And we'll ride that train to addiction, It's like depending on how addictive something is. But I think we can psychosomatically trip ourselves into being more addicted than we actually are. Like, there's just a little bit of physical withdrawal, but it's more of just changing your whole like mindset or your location, like your environment. Because when I've quit substances before, I found like the body is resilient and like finds the balance and the equilibrium in the pure consciousness within just a few days, And then you just have to find a way to make that your sustainable. Like, that's what feels good. That's your base level. That's what you're going for, That like to be in complete control of your body and to feel light. Because when you have lots of substances, you can feel kind of weighed down because it's a lot more stuff your body has to process, Whereas the less you do, the lighter you feel. But I think even with like substances, it's important to get allow yourself to get at least a certain amount addicted, because the whole point of addiction is to break it. And then once you get addicted to something and break the addiction, you have that power. Like, you can do that. And it might have been like so much you're like, I don't want to do that again. And a lot of people, I respect that. A lot of people, they're like, I just don't see any need to go through that again. And hey, that's fair. I would like for more of these altered states to have like less side effects, like for every up there's a down, it's all that, but everything in moderation as well. And you learn the boundaries, you learn what works for you, what's enough, what's too much, and how to use the substance, because it's how you use it. Like, if you smoke weed to just chill, that's great. A lot of people do that. And then other of us will smoke weed and like clean, or we'll smoke weed and like write a song or poem or some instrumental thing. So it's like you have your intent, and then you kind of use that as your fuel, I guess. And it's nice to try all the different ways. Like, you don't want to just have all your songs produced as a love baby from cannabis. That's fine. But there's lots of different avenues. And all of them have kind of a different essence, a different vibe, a different ambiance. And if you want a lot of variety, like you want to get inspired by the different felt presences of experience. And it'll just open up your wheelhouse to like so much more. And I remember for the things that I've been addicted to and been able to take breaks from, like, it's empowering to know that, like, even though at one point in time that thing had like power over me, I still made the choice in the end. I still like didn't let that dictate my life. But also, a certain amount of addiction I don't think is bad as addictive creatures. It helps us stay grounded, to have us who are like kind of like spiritual, like all over the place, kind of existential people like me, astounded by spiritual phenomenon. I find it fascinating.